When you have gastritis, you should eat smaller meals than you're probably normally used to eating. I would say it's pretty typical for most people to eat 3 large meals a day, and that's about it: breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But when you have gastritis, it's a better idea to divide those 3 main meals into 4 or 5 meals throughout the day. And just reduce the size slightly, because when you have gastritis, it's better to eat slightly smaller meals than you're normally used to, and really listen to your hunger and fullness cues. So the small meals that I keep mentioning are gonna look different for everybody. This is why it's so important to eat mindfully and eat without distractions, so that you can really feel how full you're getting, because once you start reaching that kind of full mark, that's when you want to stop eating. Overeating can make gastritis worse, and it can make it harder to heal, so it's really important to not overeat when you're trying to heal from gastritis. Just to give you a sample of what a day could look like, and if you're really used to the typical breakfast, lunch, and dinner schedule, you could have an early breakfast with just maybe a small bowl of oatmeal. Say you eat that around 8 a.m. 2 to 3 hours later, you're gonna eat again at 10 or 11 a.m. You're gonna have breakfast number 2 or an early lunch, whatever you wanna call it. Again, that can be anything, but make sure you're eating something that is not overfilling you, and make sure it's not a super heavy meal so that you can be ready to eat again in 2 to 3 hours. Then in the early afternoon, during your next meal, this is meal 3, you're gonna, again, eat a very similar size meals to meal 1 and meal 2. And the same goes on and on for meal 4 and 5. This is where it really comes in handy to meal prep and save any leftovers that you have from the previous meal. Say you make a big salad or a big rice bowl for lunch, you can have half of that rice bowl for meal 3 and the other half of that rice bowl for meal 4. I hope this helps clarify some of the confusion around eating 4 to 5 smaller meals a day. When I say smaller, I just mean smaller than the typical breakfast, lunch, and dinner sizes that you're used to when your stomach was perfectly healthy.